Michele Bachman.
You came! And you came to your house! You came for an emergency house call! And are they going to listen? Oh yeah! Oh yeah, they're going to listen! It was Thomas Jefferson who said, a revolution every now and then is a good thing. What do you think? You feel so good right now, and we, the members of Congress that are gathered on the steps for this press conference, are so honored that you are here. We are blessed enough to have a voice. We just were voting. We're under a vote right now. This is what we use when we go inside to cast our vote. But the biggest vote in the United States, the biggest voice in the United States is your voice, the voice of the American people.
Michele Bachman.
Journals and diaries of our founders, and I was reading one of my favorite authors, and that's of the wife of our second president, John Adams. And Abigail Adams wrote in her journals and her diaries and her letters a very personal insight. And she said this. She said, after all we've done, after all that's happened, I wonder if generations unborn will ever know what was done for them. The sacrifice, the toil, the blood, the treasure, the heartache, what was spent to secure their liberty and their freedom.
We'll never forget.
She knew that it was worth the cost.
Yes.
The founders knew that it was worth the cost. And think of where you stand. You literally stand with us on hallowed ground.
Yeah.
This is hallowed ground of freedom. And that freedom was purchased at an incalculable price that none of us can ever truly comprehend. And for 233 years, every generation that has come before has faithfully handed the baton of freedom to the next generation.
Right.
Amen.
And so now we are that privileged generation. Privileged to be here today. Privileged as you stand here in place for other freedom-loving Americans all over the country today who would give anything to be where you are, who would give anything to stand here right now on this hallowed ground. But they are here. Can you feel them?
Amen.
Americans yearning to keep a country that will be free, that for the next 233 generations will go on not only to secure liberty for Americans, but also a place of refuge for those who know nothing but oppression across the world. America is that country for good and freedom. When we came down to this final hour, as the clock is ticking 11:59 on this health care reform, Speaker Pelosi is poised with her health care bill to take over 18%. screens trying to figure out what could we do, because quite simply, the Republicans don't have the votes to kill this bill. Every lever of power is controlled by one party now in D.C. We tried to figure out what we could do. We knew that we were limited, but what we knew was unlimited was the voice of persuasion of the American people, and that's why you're here today. We said this: we'll be here on the steps of the United States Capitol